Hey everybody, Abby Ashley here from the Virtual Savvy. And if you have any questions about blogging, you are in the right place because I am sitting here today with my very good friend, Miss Susie Whitford, and she is the founder of Start a Mom blog. Susie, I'm so happy that you are joining me today.
Hi, thank you, Abby. It was awesome to see you in person a couple weeks ago and now to see you virtually again. So thank you so much for having me.
Oh, well, thank you so much. When I told my audience that you would be here, they all freaked out. They're like, Susie, these are two of my favorite people doing a live together. So it made me very happy.
Awesome.
Yes. Yeah. And let's see, how did we even, I don't even remember how we first became like online friends. Did I just send you a random
Yeah.
message?
Yes, you did. You sent me a message, I think through Brian from Video Fruit. I
Mm-hmm.
think that might have been our connection. And then you saw my name on his website and I saw your name and we just mutually saw each other and then we became friends.
Yes. So reach out to random strangers is the
Yes.
lesson because they could become your best online friends. So, well, I absolutely love Susie and I love everything that she has accomplished. I should probably turn my phone on silent,
You're
things like that.
popular. That's fine.
um, and everything that she's accomplished over at startamomblog.com has just been phenomenal. We've been buddies, kind of tracking each other's business growth over the last couple of months. And I'm just very, very excited for her to be here and for her to share some tips about blogging because I know a lot of you some of you guys are virtual assistants. You're just getting onto the online world. But one way or another, you are either currently making money online or wanting to make money online. And Susie and I both love to teach people how to do that, but we do it in different ways. And so
Yes.
I'm very excited for us to talk together about especially the blogging side of things because I started out as a virtual assistant, but eventually started a blog, started building an email list, and it really had a huge impact on my business. And so I'm excited. While I've done it, I'm not necessarily an expert on that topic. So I'm really excited to talk to you, Susie,
Sure.
about blogging. So let's just go ahead and jump in. I would love for you to introduce yourself. Tell us just how you kind of got into this
Yeah.
online world
Yeah.
and yeah, tell us a little bit about you.
All right. So like Abby said, we're similar stories. We like to teach how we can actually make a living online, but we do it differently. So our background story is a little similar. I was a stay-at-home mom. I was in corporate America for a couple of years as an industrial engineer working for GE and Walt Disney World, really cool companies. Loved it. But then when I had my first baby, I became a stay-at-home mom because even though I wanted to do both, I had more of an urge to stay at home with her. So hubby was working long hours, 12 hours a day. And after a while of just being at home with my daughter, I loved it, but I still felt that need to do something. I wanted to help and contribute to the family finances because I saw all this stress on his shoulders. We were thinking about growing the family, just more kids, more expenses. What can I do from home to be able to help out? So I tried all kinds of different ventures. I tried stock trading, day trading. I sucked at that. I was terrible. I lost a lot of money trying to time the market. I tried selling things on Etsy. I'm not very creative. I had this whole idea of like repurposing my clothes to become baby clothes and like sewing them. So like things from college and things from my childhood that I love, but then repurposing it into baby onesies. So if you like that idea, you're welcome to take it.
I have a lot of those too. Like,
I
I have
know.
this really good idea. I'm never really going to do it, but somebody could make a lot of money
Yes,
from it.
you can do it. So I tried all different ways to make money from home, and I was Googling, and then my husband started talking about blogging because he's like, "You're technical, you have all those skills of creating websites online, and that's what I learned in college. But then, how can you actually make money from that?" So I Googled how to start a blog, and I started my own lifestyle blog. Loved it. I started teaching people like how I got my baby to sleep through the night, doing arts and crafts, making cake pops. So that more broad, general lifestyle blog that I really liked. And after a while, I started making money with it, mostly through affiliate marketing. And then my friends started asking me like, "What are you doing? How do you do that? How are you making $100, $200 per month?" by playing on your computer because they don't really know what blogging is. So I had my friends come over for play dates. I helped them start their blogs. And after a while, I realized what I used to do in corporate America was to teach people how to be more efficient and to give presentations and actually to be that teacher. So I realized I don't have time to do multiple blogs because I am a mom and I'm busy. So I'm going to focus on one blog and I'm going to help other moms do this. So I created Start a Mom blog, which is great for SEO purposes.
Yeah.
Start a Mom blog. But it's also very obvious that I'm here to help other moms get their voice out there too, because sometimes as a mom, you feel like you've lost your personality and you've lost yourself. And more than just being able to make money online, it gives you that confidence back. So that's what I absolutely love about blogging and even about virtual assistants, because you can get your confidence that way too.
Yeah, I love your story and I resonate with it so much because I did a very similar thing. Husband that was working like 10-hour days, just working so hard to provide for us because I wanted to stay at home with my kids. And I did that for a couple of months and then I was like, I have to do something else. Like, and it's not, and just knowing that the mom guilt of like wanting to have something that's your own, that's separate from being a mom. I think that that's just such a powerful story too, for those of you in the audience who are moms or planning to become okay. And someday it's okay to want that other thing, something that's all your own, that you can pour your creativity and your passion into, other than your kids. I think that that's okay, and that it's actually really, really good for us as moms, or even if you don't have kids yet, just something outside of maybe your job that you don't like, or outside of you just being, a friend or a sister or a daughter or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely a form of self-care for me.
Yeah.
Like you might think taking a hot bath and going out for a pedicure and manicure is self-care. Like starting my own thing and blogging is my form of self-care.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. Okay, so we have a couple of questions. And for all of you listening, if you're watching us live right now, feel free to comment questions below. If we don't see them right away, then we will do a little bit of live Q&A here at the end. So make sure that you interact, tell us your questions, tell Susie how awesome and beautiful she is, because, we all love the love, and she is. So so I have a couple of questions here that we asked the audience ahead of time, and we got a lot of questions. So we did not pull every single one of them, but some of the questions that were getting asked over and over again, I did pull from our audience. So Carrie asked, I feel like this is really good to begin with, just like the basics of like what is considered a blog. Like, do you have to be a good writer? Can that be videos? Like what? Yeah. Like what is a blog? If anybody's watching it is like, oh yeah, I want to do that. Okay, exactly. Can you detail what that all entails?
So, a couple of years ago, because creating content was a little harder, blogging was mostly understood as written content. So writing on a website and then getting people from different traffic sources to your website. And then that's either you make money through a couple of different ways on the blog, which I'll get into later. Now, blogging can be creating videos, creating live videos like this, embedding that into your blog, just pictures. You can post a lot of pictures. It could be more like photography and visual oriented, especially if you do like crafting and arts and crafts stuff with your kids. People want a lot of visuals. So it doesn't just have to be written content. That does help a lot because that helps with SEO and that's search engine optimization that helps Google find you. But doing live videos and doing videos in general is also an amazing way to blog because it's a form of creating content. And what Abby told me earlier was she's going to take this live video and then put it on YouTube and put it on a blog post. So there's so many ways now that you can create content easily and then put that onto your blog and create that hub. Your blog is your hub of your content. It's your home base online. It's what you control. You can have a Facebook page, you can have a YouTube channel, you can have a membership site, but your blog is your home online where people can see what your skills are. And there's multiple ways where you can monetize that content hub, so to put.
I love that, just because if somebody's not, some of us love to write and some of us like sitting down and writing a 500,000, 2,000 word blog post is like, oh, that'd be terrible, And so I love that, I think there does, like you said, for search engine optimization purposes, it's good to have some written content on there. But that I think that just sitting down and having to write paragraphs and paragraphs isn't always the answer. Use what skills you have. If you write lists, pull articles from other people and, mention them, obviously cite them, source them, but you can share content on your blog. You can do videos. You can do a voice recording of yourself. You can have a live stream and embed it. Like there's a lot that you can do that's just beyond written content. So I like that creativity piece. Okay. So for those in watching here today who are virtual assistants or are going down that realm, is a blog something that can actually help people get more clients? Is that something that you recommend? Have you seen people who maybe have whether it's virtual assistant or other, have you seen people who have a service-based business that their blog really supports them in those endeavors?
Yeah, definitely. So your blog is like your live online resume. So when future clients come to you, it's their hub to see kind of how you write, what type of content you write, what type of, if maybe, for example, you're a VA and you do a lot of graphics, like you can showcase all the graphics that you create. I know a lot of VAs that have their blog as well to be that hub where they get more clients. Because say, for example, you're a great writer, you can write these blog posts and then get traffic from Pinterest or Facebook, and then future clients can see you on your blog and then see, oh, well, I love the graphics that this person does. And that's actually how I found one person that I want to work for in the future, because her graphics on Pinterest are amazing. I'm like, how does she create this? And then I went to her site and she's actually a VA. She offers those graphics as a service. So now I want to work with her to help me like design logos. So yes, it helps you so that you don't have to go reach out to people. People can come to you and reach out to you for you to be their VA.
I love it. Yeah, I agree that that it can be a very, very powerful tool to kind of more of the attraction marketing. We talk a lot about like going out and getting clients, which for your first and second client,
which is great. Yes.
That's probably the best way because it's the quickest way to get clients. But if you've got a couple and you're like, all right, I feel good about, my first or second client, like I want to, I really want to expand this, or maybe start having like a more passive stream of people just kind of continually finding me without having to just go do those cold pitches all the time. Blogging is amazing for that, because you can, like Susie said, you can have a blog, you can be sharing those blogs that you're writing or the videos that you're doing and embedding on your blog. You can be sharing those on Pinterest. Is an amazing tool. My blog traffic went from like 0 to 10,000 0 to 10,000 like page views a month.
That's amazing.
Just from Pinterest, literally doing nothing else, guys. So Pinterest is super powerful for promoting your blogs, and then it's more people getting on your website and seeing, oh, who is this person? What do they do? In groups that will allow it, you can share blogs that you've written. I think that it's just a really good resource. And one of the things that I love seeing, and I've seen a lot of virtual assistants do this successfully, is if you've really niched down in one area. So I know one gal who she is a ConvertKit specialist, right? So she only does like migrating people to ConvertKit. She's all about ConvertKit.
So smart.
And literally, like, she writes blogs all the time about how to do ConvertKit well. So people could read her blog and probably figure it out themselves. But what most people do is they read her blog and they're like, oh, that's awesome. I'm just going to hire her to do it. And it's so much work. I'm just going to hire her to do it instead. And she is killing it. So I think that, like, don't be afraid to, share some of your strategies online, because they're going to be good, helpful, resourceful articles that people are researching how to do anyways. And then they're like, oh, I could do this, or I could just hire her to do it. Like, I think that that's a really, really powerful way to get clients.
I love that. I love like niching down. Take your skill that you have as a VA. If you're really good at graphic design, or you're really good at converting people from, say, MailChimp to ConvertKit and transferring all those subscribers over, niche down to that, because that's what people are looking for. They're looking for that specific problem. Like, I don't know how to transfer my site maybe from Bluehost to SiteGround.
Yes.
Can somebody help me? Like that specific help is what people are looking for. So
Yeah.
that's very smart.
Ariel says, would this be different than your VA business then? So I think it could or it could not be, right? I think that probably the most natural thing, and if you want this to be a thing that, if you want your blog to support you getting clients, then most definitely have them together. Just like Susie was saying, I mean, people will be attracted to your writing, to your graphics, to whatever, and then be like, oh, and she has services, you know? But if you want to write about something totally different, then maybe they should be separate. I don't know. Do you have thoughts on that, Susie?
Yes, my technique, and you can do, everybody's up for their own, but my technique is that I have my blog, which is focused on Start a Mom blog. So that's focused. And then if I have like say something that's a little off topic that I want to blog about, I have separate blogs for that, where I can go scratch that itch of, hey, I just really want to blog about farmhouse decor, or or crafts of my kids, or the fitness routine I'm following. Then I do that on a separate blog. And sometimes from that blog, I link to my main teaching blog. So it's also a way to use different blogs and to have more traffic to your main business. So if you do want to just blog more in the lifestyle niche, you could create a blog that's just more general on lifestyle topics, and then you can link into it to your VA business if you want to do that.
Smart. Yeah, no, I like that a lot. It's good advice. So Bernice asks, I need advice on blogging. I have all the ideas and topics I would like to cover on my blog, but I'm having a hard time deciding on a name for my blog. So do you have any secret tips and tricks?
Oh my gosh.
Choosing a blog name?
That is like the number one question I get from everybody. And I know, Abby, you get this probably too. Mm-hmm. It is such a hard decision. So you're like, okay, I'm going to do my VA business, or I'm going to do my blog. What do I call it? And
people get stuck on it for so long.
Oh, yes.
Like when they get stuck on it for too long, I'm like, just pick the first name you think of, go with it. You can change it later. That's always my advice. I don't know if that's too harsh, but I'm like, don't get stuck. People literally get stuck on it for like 2 months.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
You could have been making money by now.
And I know bloggers who've been blogging for a long time on their blog name, and they don't like it anymore. But now they've it's fine. You work with it. Like you might like it now, and you might not like it a year from now. Like my blog name, Start a Mom blog. Like sometimes I don't like it very much, but it's good. It works for now. What I would suggest are 3 tips for deciding on your blog name. Number 1, you can use your own name. You can use susiewhitford.com or berniceblack.com, whatever your name is. And at least then you have that domain name URL that's your name. Because eventually when you get big and popular, you're going to want to buy your name. And at least just have it. So you could use your own name, susiewhitford.com, which is more general, and you can have your business on it as well. So you yourself, you're the brand. Number 2, you could go for something a little bit more broad, something like google.com, right? You never would have thought Google was a search engine. So you could do something like a little bit more vague and broad, which opens you up to doing different. If you change directions, at least you can still use the name Google because it's general. Or you can be super specific and go for search engine optimization and go to startamomblog.com or virtual savvy, which is kind of a combination because you're thinking, okay, it's virtual assistants, but it's savvy, it's smart. So I like what you're doing too. So
I'm not going to lie. When I picked the name, the Virtual Savvy, I was not teaching people how to become virtual assistants.
Really? So
not at all.
How did you get to your name?
It's so I literally, you guys are going to hate me with this for this. I was sleeping and I woke up one night. It was like 3 a.m. and I was like, the Virtual Savvy. And I wrote it down on a piece of paper and I was like, I don't know what that's going to be, but I like it. Yeah. I knew I was going to teach some kind of online business, like teaching. I knew it was going to be like a teaching platform somehow, but I had no idea it was going to be. It just like happened.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I agree. Pick something that
Step number 4, just wake up and the first thing that pops in your head, write it on a notebook, paper, and buy the domain.
The more important part is starting and actually starting to work on it. The name is a good part. You can always rebrand later, but the more important part is starting.
Totally. I agree. And I think that there's a lot to be said just for self-branding too. If you're just totally at your wit's end and you cannot think of anything else, then just go with your name. And again, you can change that. You can change that later. But I think that that's just a really good place to start because they're going to know who you are. So
exactly.
I love it. Okay. So let's go on to our next question. Alexandra asks, can you start a successful blog using just a free WordPress blog template? Or can you even use that a while to get your feet wet? Or what platform do you recommend for starting a blog? Maybe it's not WordPress at all. Maybe it's Squarespace or something different. So what, as far as tech goes for starting a blog, what do you recommend?
I do recommend getting on WordPress.org, which this is super confusing. When you're just starting, there's 2 WordPresses. There's WordPress.com, which is completely free. You could pay for it, but then they host all your things. And then there's WordPress.org, where you have more control, but you pay for a hosting company, which is around $5 a month. Mm-hmm. I would suggest starting with that. That's the smallest investment. Go to WordPress.org, go with a good hosting company. And then you can use a free theme. So if that's the question that you have, Alexandra, can you use a free WordPress blog theme? Yes, I used a free theme on my WordPress.org site for the first 4 months until I actually became serious and I needed to create landing pages and have a place where people can make purchases. So then I upgraded my theme to something a little bit more special that creates amazing landing pages. But for the first 4 months of my blogging career, or my blog on Start a Mom blog, I used a free theme.
Yes, I agree with that. I use the resources out there. If you Google beautiful free WordPress themes, you're gonna find some. There's great ones out there. And again, you can always up level. And yes, WordPress.org. I've never heard of someone that went with WordPress.com and didn't regret it later.
Yes, that's funny.
And they're it pretty much is people just being like, crap, I picked the wrong one.
It is. That's what happened to me. So way long time ago when I started blogging, I blogged on WordPress.com and I'm like, cool, I started a blog. And then I read more and more. And 1 week I realized there's 2 WordPresses. What do I do? So I actually wrote an article of how to transfer from .com to .org. It's super simple. It's 4 steps.
So you can do it. It's not too late if it happened to you.
Yes, not late.
Awesome. I think Susie and I agree. We're moms, and we're moms. We have kids. I think we're both, even though our businesses have grown a lot, I think we're both naturally pretty frugal people.
Oh, gosh,
so I am always do the free options. Here's all the free options. It's okay. Do the free options. And then,
you're ready.
When you're ready, up level to the paid. And we both have recommendations of the paid things that we recommend. But I'm all about starting things for free. Know that you, with anything in life, you're going to get what you pay for, but that's okay in the beginning. It's okay to start out small with the intention, okay, I'm going to up level to something more. It's I know, I have a virtual assistant course and Susie has a blogging course, and those are paid courses. And so you can figure things out for free, and it's okay to take the first few steps for free. And then when you're okay, I'm ready to get serious, well, then invest in a course or invest in software or invest in whatever's going to help you go further, faster. So I think, I think we're both just practical people like that. It's do the free option until you're ready for the paid one.
Yes. It's kind of like proving to yourself, can I do this? And that's how you do it on the free one. And then once you've proved to yourself that you're serious about this, then level up.
Yep. Totally. I love that. This is a great one. Anasha, I may have butchered her name. Anasha asked, how do you get your blog posts out to your target audience?
Ooh, that's a good one. How do you get traffic? Right?
Exactly.
So I wrote this amazing blog post, or I did this amazing video, and then I wrote some, I transcribed it, and it's on my blog. How do I get people to come and see it? in the beginning, what I did is I asked my mom to share my stuff on her Facebook wall because she's super popular. She has all these friends on Facebook. I asked her and she actually helped me like jumpstart my little lifestyle blog so that I could get some traffic. Every time she shared something, I got like 100 new page views that day.
That's amazing.
So don't be scared to reach out to friends and family just so that you can get into the groove of getting some traffic to your site. Then I would recommend focus on one platform. Don't try to do Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Pinterest and all of them at once. Take one. And I would suggest starting with Pinterest.
Yes.
Pinterest is the easiest way. I mean, getting traffic is a tricky business. It is hard. SEO, search engine optimization, takes a long time. Mm-hmm. Facebook is great, but it's more like a quick splash and then the traffic's gone. Pinterest is great. You keep the traffic. It's a longer cycle for that pin to stay on Pinterest, and then people can repin it, and like sometimes it goes viral, and that's fantastic. So getting traffic to your site, I would recommend focusing on one platform, and Pinterest is a great way to start.
I 100% agree. And I love what you said at first too, because it's actually the first thing that I teach in my virtual assistant courses as far as like how to get clients is just tell people.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that's so funny that we just like skip over.
But we're scared, Abby.
But really, like we're like, you have a friend that's a business owner, or you have, a friend or a family member that has a lot of influence, that has a lot of friends on Facebook, that whatever, you maybe have one blogger friend that would shout you out on social media. Like, just ask. I have a friend of mine, and like, She used to be like a coach, and now we're like kind of friends. And I wanted to get on this particular podcast, and I was like, oh, should I ask her like to connect me? Because I saw that she was on this podcast a couple times. I'm like, oh, should I do it? And I was like, you know what? I always tell people, just ask. Like, just ask for the things that you want in life. So I was like, yesterday, I'm like, hey, I saw that you're on this guy's podcast a lot, and I would really like to be on it. Is there any way you would consider introducing us? And within like 5 minutes, she's like, of course, I would love to do that. And, now I'm hopefully going to be on this like awesome guy's podcast. So it's like, just ask,
ask.
Like, what's the worst that could happen? Really?
I don't know. We're just very scared. It's nerve-wracking.
Yep. And I totally agree with Pinterest as well. So, Pinterest is awesome because it can get you immediate traffic and the long term. I've been blogging now for 2 years, and my SEO, my search engine optimization, basically just started picking up for me.
Yes.
Like, I just, the most traffic to my site was always from Pinterest, number one, Facebook, number two, and then SEO. And it was like 2 months ago that I went to my Google Analytics and I was like, whoa, like search engine became number one. Like, it just flipped. I was like, how did that happen? But it's because it does take a long time for Google to recognize that, for people to start linking to your site, and it starts bumping it up. And so it does take a while for search engine optimization to really play a part. So it's good. Like, I love the tool Yoast SEO. If you use WordPress, it's a free tool, and it will basically give you a little green light when you're good on SEO. I love it. It's like so practical. It's like, oh, I didn't put my SEO keywords in the title or in my first paragraph. Let me go do that real quick. And then it'll give you a green light, and just do that. And after a couple of years, your SEO will start paying off. But in the immediate, I agree. Pinterest is the way to go.
Yes.
1,000%.
Awesome.
Okay. Let's see. Answered a couple of these questions already just from us chatting. This is so good. Kristen Rummel asked, how did she, well, first she was like, oh my gosh, Susie is amazing. I love her so much. So I agree. Then she said, how did Susie find and make time to do all the things: writing, editing, posting, promoting with little kids? What does your daily, weekly schedule look like in the beginning? How has that shifted? Do you have just tips as far as how do you do all the things?
Yes, it's been hard. There's definitely some sacrifices you need to make. I used to binge watch Downton Abbey every day. So that was one of the first sacrifices I made, like no more TV time. And because even that TV time where I was with my kids and the TV was in the background and they were playing, like now I use that time if they're playing well, like to take notes or to research an article real quick or to write down ideas in my handy dandy bullet journal that my toddler found and started making like, notes on. But that's fine. She's helping me with inspiration. So how do I find time? There's some sacrifices you're going to have to make to start your own business. Some like extra things you're going to have to give up. But okay, if you've given up that TV time and you wake up a little bit earlier, like that was my go-to in the beginning. When I only had 1 or 2 babies, I was very lucky. They would sleep in until like 8, 9 o'clock. So at 5 o'clock when my husband wakes up to go to work, I would wake up too. So that would give me almost a solid 3 hours every morning that I could work on the blog. Also, like early morning time is great because your mind is fresh. Mm-hmm. It's quiet. You haven't been frustrated the entire day by tantrums and messes. And you have good ideas because you just had hopefully some sleep in. Hopefully as a mom, it's like, you never know. You can never say like you had a good night's sleep. You can't say that as a mom. You're like, hopefully you had a couple hours of sleep.
Right.
So yeah, I used to wake up super early and work in the mornings. And that's how I grew the blog to a full-time income. And I also worked during nap times. But then we ran into a problem. I got pregnant with baby number 3 and my oldest stopped taking naps. So now I can't wake up early anymore because I'm exhausted. And that nap time is gone because now not both of them are sleeping. There's only one sleeping and one wants to play. So it got really hard during that 3rd trimester of my 3rd pregnancy. Mm-hmm. And that's when I started asking for help. That's when I realized like I've grown the blog to a full-time income with the little bits of pockets that I had and that I carved out. Now I need help. So first person I turned to was my husband. I'm like, John, help me. So he started editing my videos for me. I would create the content and he would help me edit it. He would help put things on YouTube for me. Eventually he started running some of my ads because like you mentioned earlier, it's really hard to spend money. Like mentally as a mom, I'm very frugal. Mm-hmm. So he was the person to be able to run my ads for me. So that's what I did during the 3rd trimester. And then when baby came, I tried to do it all by myself again. I have this long blog post on my blog that goes through every stage because every time something different happened in my life, I got one more baby, somebody dropped a nap, like my schedule changed. So you're always adapting. And then now lastly, where I am now, the last 2 months, I finally invested in a VA because I couldn't do it all myself anymore. So finally, after 2 years, I got my first VA. And I also have a nanny that comes in once a day for a couple hours just so that I can focus and work. And then when I am with the kids, I'm with them 100%. I'm not trying to juggle everything at once.
Yeah. Yeah. I like a lot of times I'll tell people like there's a difference between devoted time and distracted time. Mm-hmm. And whatever it is, whether it's working on your blog, working on your VA business, however it is that you are pursuing, a business online, there has to be devoted time throughout your week. Because if you just think it's going to happen like while your kids are like kind of playing and it's just hard. Yeah. It's really hard. And so that looks different for everybody. My kids now go to daycare now that this is my full-time business. But that was like a year and a half ago. And I've been doing this since 2013. So it was the same thing, waking up early, doing the afternoons, just telling my husband, like, I barely got, like nap times didn't happen this week. I have to go to a coffee shop tonight. Like, can I just go away for a couple of hours? And, there's sacrifices in it. But in the end, like it's so restoring. At least it's always like I wake up really excited to work on my business. I don't know if you're the same way, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, it is. It's just like, it's your own thing that you're creating. And whether it's profitable yet, like just find joy in the fact that you're creating something, that you're getting to, that you have your own thing that you're working on. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in the like, oh, it's got to make money really, really fast. Like just like step back and look at how amazing this thing that you've created is, because it's awesome.
And in the beginning, for the first couple months, like probably like 8 months, and that's why VA businesses are great, because you can make money quicker because it's active. Where blogging is a little bit more passive. It took me months before I started making money with my blog. So I just want to make you guys like completely clear. It takes months before you actually start making income with your blog. But what actually happened in those first couple months where I found a new hobby was I wasn't driving to Target every day to go. That was my hobby, walking around in Target and going to the mall and walking around with my kids. That used to be my hobby, but it was also an expensive hobby because you're walking around. You never leave Target empty-handed, or you never leave the mall empty-handed. So instead of going places, spending money, and then coming home, I was at home with my kids. I was playing around on the computer, learning about blogging, and that actually saved me money. So I wasn't making money for the first couple months, but I was saving a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about, let's see. Oh, okay. Sorry. I got distracted by Katrina's comment. Dropping my writing now. Need to make this a devoted time for learning. I'm learning a lot from you guys. Thanks for sharing. Oh, so glad you're enjoying this, Katrina. I love that. So let's just start talking now that we've kind of shifted to monetization, because I know that is the big question. How do you actually make money blogging? This question, Preeti asked, how do you monetize? Dina before also asked, is it possible to make money on a blog that's not about blogging? Also, what are your main streams of income from blogging? Is it referring people through affiliate marketing? I know that you have created a course now. So let's just talk about all the ways, monetization in all of the ways.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go through. There's a lot to cover here, so let me readjust.
All right, get ready, everybody.
Monetization. There are 5 different ways. Well, there's probably more, but there's 5 main ways that you can make money with a blog. Number 1, what people are probably thinking, most common, is ads. So there's advertisements that you see on blogs. That's great, but if your blog has a lot of traffic, that works. So it's not one of the first ways that you can start making money with a blog, because it does take some traffic.
Right.
But ads are great because it's passive. Then there's sponsored posts, where companies pay you to talk about a product. You're actually promoting them on your blog. You're sending them more traffic, and they either give you free products or they pay you to talk about their new baby stroller. So that's pretty cool.
How big does your blog need to be before you can start getting like sponsored posts and things?
Either pretty big with like 50 or 100,000 page views per month, or very niche. Like if you have a very loyal niche following and all you talk about is baby carriers and organic cotton baby carriers, and even though you have a small niche and small traffic, like companies could reach out to you because you're so tailored to only people who are interested in organic baby wearing devices.
Gotcha.
So ads, sponsor posts, services, VAs, right? Your blog can serve as a funnel and as a traffic source to get more clients to your VA business. Then number 4 is affiliate marketing. And that's where most bloggers start. Affiliate marketing is great because one of the first companies that people start with for affiliate marketing is Amazon. You sign up to be an affiliate for Amazon. It's free to sign up. And when people then go through your special affiliate link to make a purchase on Amazon, you get a commission from them. So it's a win-win for both you and for Amazon, because they only send you money when somebody actually makes a purchase.
Yep.
So say, for example, I know, and this kind of touches on that blogging about blogging, is that the only way you can make money? I know so many bloggers that blog about bullet journaling because it's a high traffic source. It's very popular. A lot of people use bullet journals, and they make a killing off affiliate marketing. People come to their blog, read about bullet journaling, see all their amazing, beautiful spreads, then go to Amazon and go buy the fancy pens and the fancy bullet journals. And then that blogger makes an affiliate commission off of that.
Awesome.
So
I love that one because, again, it's probably one of, I think, for those of you who are virtual assistants now, those are going to be the top two quickest ways, because the other ones do take quite a bit of traffic. Like it will probably take a long time to get that amount of traffic to your blog. So obviously services, we know that services are kind of the short game. It's like one of the quickest ways to make money online. But blogging is one of the long game, and it can be more passive eventually, which is awesome. So I think doing a little bit of both is awesome, because you can make the quick money and have your blog feed into that. But then you also have the blog, you're starting to build up more of traffic, maybe an email list, which we'll talk about. Like you can start to build that up so that you can have down the line more passive income, and maybe even think of it that way. Like, okay, I'm doing this now, so 5 years from now I have passive income from it, and that's fine. But I love the affiliate marketing. Some of the tools that you guys are already using that you already love, just look into it. A lot of them probably have affiliate programs. Like a lot of you guys use FreshBooks for your accounting. FreshBooks has an awesome affiliate program. Maybe you started a website and Bluehost is your hosting source. They have an awesome affiliate program. So there's a lot of tools that you may already be using. Just blog about those tools and how awesome they are, and that's good for your clients. It's good for like drawing the right type of audience for your services, but then you can also make affiliate commission. Right. So I really, the VA Bootcamp has an affiliate program. Our Savvy Tech program has an affiliate program. So there are ways, the things that you already know and that you love and that you use, you can start out by writing about those things.
Right. So you're more the active, quick money, make money now, and I'm more the passive, long-term investment. So I love how
the two is amazing.
I know it is. It actually it works out so well together, because everything they learn as a virtual assistant, and this is the last method, number 5, how you can make money, is creating your own products, ebooks and courses. Yeah. So as you're learning, as you're becoming this amazing virtual assistant, you're learning all these skills. Say, for example, you're becoming, like, you love FreshBooks, which I've never used. You love FreshBooks. You know how to manage all the numbers in there. It's accounting, right?
Yeah, it's an accounting and invoicing software.
There you go. So you can create a quick ebook or a quick course on how to use FreshBooks, and you can start selling that through your blog. So either they can ask you as a VA to do it for them, or they can go through your mini course and learn it themselves, where you show them exactly how to do FreshBooks. Yes. An example that I have that I like to tell my mommies about is I use PicMonkey. So PicMonkey is the software online that I use to create my pin images for Pinterest to get more traffic to my blog. I have a free mini course on how to use PicMonkey and how I create like fancy different techniques with my images to make them pop and stand out on Pinterest. And I send people to my PicMonkey course for free, but they have an affiliate program. And last month I made $1,000 just over referring people to PicMonkey.
Amazing.
Like, isn't that nuts? Like
so
that was
cool.
It was so cool. It's like there's this little program that I use online. I teach other people how to do it too. And through the referral program, the affiliate program, I was able to make a commission from it. So that's pretty cool. Anything that you like to do online, think about, can you teach other people how to do this too?
Mm-hmm. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thanks. This is golden, guys. I hope that you're all taking avid notes, because this is really, really good stuff. Okay, let's do this. I want to keep us on here just for a few more minutes, but let me see if there's any quick questions from the comments that anybody had that I wanted to pull out that we didn't already answer.
Sorry, I don't think I can see the comments.
I don't think you can either. I'm sorry. Sarah, can you see them when I put on screen?
Yeah, when you put them on the screen, yeah, okay, I can see it.
Sarah asked, if blogging on your business site, is it appropriate to use affiliate links as well, or just use it for info for possible clients? I say use it up.
Yes, use it on your site.
Yeah, go for it.
Amazon, if you do it, like, look at the restrictions. I know on Amazon, you're not allowed to put on ebooks, something that's not online. It has to be online and be live so that HTML code is still active. But yes, definitely do it on your business site as well.
as a general rule, I do think that you should usually say that things are an affiliate link. Like a lot of times people put like a little asterisk next to it, and then at the bottom be like, these are affiliate links. I only share them because I know and love these products, blah, 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 blah. But you were like telling someone that it's an affiliate link. Anasha said, great advice on picking one platform and asking families for help. Seriously, I think that those are the best ways.
It boosts your confidence. Like if your mom tells you you're doing a great job, you're like, yes. And your sister reaches out, you're like, yes, somebody else likes my stuff.
Yes, totally. And that's you mentioned Brian Harris earlier. That's one of his first tactics too. It really should be everyone's first tactic, because no matter what, no matter how many marketing strategies are out there, no matter how many digital ways there are to get traffic and get clients, all of that, word of mouth marketing is and will forever be the most powerful form of marketing, always. And so even if the people that you're, maybe you're writing about, I don't know, maybe you're writing all about how to be like the most amazing soccer mom, and you're like, that's like your whole blog is like soccer mom blog. Okay. And your best friend, like, doesn't have any kids, is not a soccer mom, anything like that. Still, tell her what you're doing.
Yeah.
Your best friends, your family, the people who love and support you want to know what you're doing and so you better believe the next time she meets a soccer mom, she's going to be like, oh my gosh, you have to visit this blog. Da, 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 da. They're going to be the people that are most excited to support you. And it's the same way in your business, in your VA business. It's tell everyone what you're doing.
Yeah.
Even if they're not small business owners, they may never hire you to be a VA, but every time they meet a small business owner or they hear someone say, oh, I'm maybe looking to hire like a remote assistant, they're going to be like, ooh, I know the person. Brian Harris calls them eager sneezers, and he refers to that for like the blog, because they're just the people that know and love you and are just really eager to be like, oh, I know that person for you. So tell everybody. It's like, I think the best tactic that you can do for any kind of business is just tell people. Awesome. All right. Well, we've got a ton of questions here. I think we covered most of the topics. Awesome. So let's just do this. Our last question here is, what are the first steps that someone should take to start a blog? I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And I think that you have a resource for everybody as well, correct?
Yes, I do. I have a free course.
Awesome.
I love course creation. The first steps to blogging, like make a list of everything that you're interested in, and then go through and see what can you talk about for a long time. That would be great to put on your blog. And then, or if you're in the virtual assistant business, how can you take what you're learning and blog about that and teach others? So say, for example, I'll use my PicMonkey example. You love creating graphics for entrepreneurs or bloggers. You use PicMonkey all the time. Can you teach other people with your fancy strategies that you create images in 30 seconds or less in PicMonkey? So think about what you like to do, and then know that your blog can help fuel your VA business. You're not going to be making money from your blog on day one, but on day 300, it might be starting to bring in passive income. While you're building your VA business, your blog's growing as well, so that a year from now, you're making a solid passive income online. It's not overnight, but it happens. And if you stick with it, it's amazing. Like Abby and I know, our blogs bring in a good income for us. So if you want to learn more, I have a free course that goes over the 5 techniques I showed you and I shared with you on how blogs make money. I give you some tips on how to start your blog and give you ideas of how to monetize it. And you can just go to the free course. What is the link that I shared with you? I shared a special one with you, right?
Maybe I should have looked at that ahead of time.
I think I sent it to you. It's just fancy. It's startamomblog.com/virtual savvy.
Oh.
So I'm sure you'll put it somewhere in the description, but startamomblog.com/virtual savvy. If you guys want to enroll in that free course, then thank you.
Did I spell it right? Yes, there we go. startupmonblog.com/virtual savvy. Awesome. Everybody go download that guide. I know that it is awesome. I took a look at it myself and you are absolutely going to love it. I cannot encourage you guys enough. Just have this be something that you do in the background. It's one of the things I am most grateful for that I did. So I started my virtual assistant business back in 2013, and I was following a bunch of people that were like, you know, have an email list, have a blog, da, 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 da. I was like, okay, I guess I'll do that. I guess I'll like blog a little bit and have a place for people to put in their email. And I literally didn't even know why I was doing it. But in 2016, I had about 1,000 email subscribers just from, 3 years of just kind of being like, oh, here are some blogs. And here I wasn't really trying to do it. I just did it in the background while I was building my business. And out of those 1,000 email subscribers, I launched the Virtual Savvy. I launched teaching a course on teaching people how to become virtual assistants. And I made $8,000 in 1 week off of that list of 1,000 people. Now, those are pretty like big results. And my course is $1,000 course, so it didn't take as much to do that. But like, it just shows you like the power of just doing this in the background. So when you are ready, you already have a heads up in, you're already like ahead of the pack because you've started to grow a following, grow an audience. You've already started to do that. So if you're ready to write an ebook or create a course or do some major affiliate marketing or have a coaching program or something, you're ready to do that down the line. You've already started to build an audience of people that know you, who love you, who trust you, and want to buy things from you. So I cannot stress enough how much I love this. It's made a huge impact in my business. So go download Susie's guide because it just really clearly lays out the next steps for you guys. Okay?
Thank you, Abby. You're awesome. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you are amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this. We're getting lots of love down in the comments. So I love this. Make sure that you continue to comment, continue to interact. I'm going to be jumping on here a little bit, and I'm sure Susie may as well jump on and try to respond to a couple of the questions that didn't get answered. So make sure you keep commenting, keep asking questions, and we will see you guys later. Get to blogging.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.